Freedom, listen, now that you are going to a big city, don't forget our culture and your manners. I have heard the kind of things the girls from big cities do. Don't ever forget your limits. My mother Geeta said as she filled my suitcase with saris and salwar suits. I was going to receive my freedom soon. The time to go and attend my college in Delhi had arrived. My sister Shikha Didi and her husband Vinay will be coming to take me with them soon. After years of wait, I was finally ready to be free from the control of my evil mother Geeta. I will now be free to live my life as a boy in my new college. But still, my mother was packing my bag with saris and salwar suits. Maybe she had really become a mad woman, or she was trying to ignore the fact that she had forced me to live the life of a girl, which I never intended to be. I never saw any remorse or regret on her face for all the bad things she did to me. I silently listened to whatever she was saying to me. It was just a matter of a few hours, and I will be free soon. I heard the sound of car arriving in front of our house. My sister Shikha and her husband Vinay Jiju had arrived. I ran happily to the door to welcome the guests I had been so patiently waiting for. Jiju, Hindi for brother-in-law, as I used to call him, he was really happy to see me. Both Shikha Didi and Jiju hugged me with love. Are you ready to leave, Sonu? We have a long drive back to Agra, he said. When anyone leaves their home to go far away to a new city, they feel sadness. But not me. I was happy to leave this place. Though I was a little afraid about my new life where I will be on my own. I haven't lived as a boy for years now. I reached Agra at night with Didi and Jiju. We had our dinner on the way. Since it was quite late, we all decided to go to sleep immediately. I was the lovely sister-in-law. Next morning, I took an early morning shower and was ready in a lovely sari to start my new day and a new life. A girl needs to look beautiful for her brother-in-law, and Vinay Jiju was ready too to go to his office. He was sitting on a dining table to have his breakfast, which Shikha Didi had cooked for him. Good morning, Jiju, I said with excitement. Wow, Sonali. In the early morning, you look gorgeous. He laughed and said, you ready to shop for your college today? Yes, Jiju. Not just college shopping, I am also looking forward to buy a lot of saris for myself. Be ready to lighten your wallet today, I said. The girl in me wanted more saris even though I was going to be a boy in a few days. Oh, your Jiju is ready to buy anything for you. Come, sit. I will put together breakfast for you, Shikha Didi said in the middle. Listen, Shikha, I have kept some money in the drawer for today's shopping. Please buy whatever Sonali demands. My sister-in-law should not have any complaints. After all, a sister-in-law is as good as a half-wife. He grinned as he said this to his wife standing next to him around the table. Don't shower this much love on your sister-in-law. Save some for your wife too. You know, you haven't purchased a sari for me in a long time, and now you are showering all this love on her. My sister pretended to be angry with my brother-in-law. Shikha Didi pretended to be agree with her husband. Oh, dear, why do you worry? You should buy something pretty for you too, Jiju said and hugged his wife with a lot of love. Okay, darling, I should rush to the office now. And Sonali, please complete your shopping today itself. Because we need to leave for Delhi tomorrow morning. We have to make arrangements for your hostel accommodations too, Jiju said and left for his office. I don't know what was going on in my heart at that moment. I was a little confused, but nonetheless, I was happy to be in a free environment. The idea that I was going to live a life of a boy had not yet sunken in. I was too accustomed to live as a girl by now. Shikha Didi was noticing this about me. But she didn't say much. We sisters had our breakfast and went to the market, where we began our shopping for a new me. Though I was wearing a sari as Sonali, a woman, we were really shopping for Sonu, a boy. The first shop Shikha Didi took me to was to buy male underwears. For years, I had been wearing panties now which were so delicate and feminine. So, when I looked at those dull big male underwears, I reacted the same way any other girl would react. Yuck, I am not going to wear that, I said in a low voice in Shikha's ears. Sonu, these are the underwears boys wear, she said to me. Honestly speaking, I felt bad thinking of wearing these long dull underwears which were nothing like the delicate, soft and tiny panties I was used to wearing. That day, Shikha Didi purchased a lot of t-shirts and jeans for me. It was a little strange for me. I was used to wearing tight churidars, and now I would be wearing these loose jeans. I could feel the lack of choices guys have. This was going to be my new life, dull and without much colors. Now, there won't be any lipstick on my lips, nor there would be dozens of tinkling bangles on my hands. I had been waiting for this moment to arrive for years, but I was not too excited about the clothes now. It was not like I had not worn any male clothes in the last few years. I used to go to school as a boy wearing boy's uniform. But it used to be only for a few hours, and I used to wear a bra and a panty inside. And again, I used to sit with girls who would make me feel like one of them. When we reached back home, Shikha Didi asked me to try wearing a t-shirt and a pair of jeans. She removed the earrings dangling from my earlobes, and bangles from my hands. Now, there were no anklets on my feet, no lipstick, no bindi on my forehead. And without the bra, I felt so incomplete. The sadness of losing these beautiful things was visible on my face. Shikha Didi saw that on my face. But she knew that any change is difficult in the beginning. I was much more sad when my mom Geeta had forced me to become a girl first. This time, the change was happening for a good reason. I will get used to it, that's what Shikha Didi must have thought. The beginning of my college soon, I was in Delhi to study engineering. I still had long hairs. While my hair used to be a matter of ridicule in my small hometown, my long hair were a matter of pride and a fashion statement in this big city. Not everything was good in the college as I had to experience some ragging in the initial days of my college. And one day, a few seniors gathered around me and began to torment me with their comments. So, you think you are a big rock star just because you have long hair? One senior said as he pulled my long hair recklessly. I was very particular about my hair. I really loved it. Living with my sisters, I had learned how to take care of my hair, and I had fallen in love with it. And when a senior pulled my hair roughly, the girl within me almost cried. The seniors had been scolding me and making fun of me for some time now, and I could not take it anymore when they pulled my hair, something that I really cherished about myself. Please, don't pull my hair, I said, almost crying in a meek voice of a woman. It was strange that having lived as Sonali for years, the feminine voice I used to speak with had become my normal voice. And now, I had to actively try to speak in a manly voice. But in that moment, Sonali took over and my words came out in a very feminine high-pitched voice. Hearing my feminine voice, that senior got startled a bit. He looked at another senior and signaled something at him. The second senior responded back with another gesture. And then, he turned towards me and said, "Was that an accident, or you can speak in that voice? Have you ever tried singing rock songs? We have a music club here, and I play guitar in that club. We have been looking for a lead singer for a long time. And we think, with some practice, you can become our lead singer with your high-pitched voice." That was the moment when I began my journey as a singer in that college. After years of oppression, my personality had become that of a shy girl, but with singing for a rock band, I was soon going to become a popular guy in this college. Apart from singing, I was good in studies too. My first year in college was really going well. But I don't know why. The desire to become Sonali again began to grow inside me. It seemed like Geeta had won. She had created a girl inside me which refused to die down. When I would look at the girls in my college wearing colorful stylish clothes, I wished to wear those too. But now that I was free, Sonali had lost her freedom. What a strange life I had. Shikha Didi had purchased a mobile phone for me, and I used to stay in touch with my boyfriend Akhil through that. He was studying in Chandigarh. He would still address me as Sonali in his messages. And I loved being treated as Sonali. He was the only one in this world. Sonali was free to talk as her. I had stopped talking to my mother Geeta. But things began to slow down with Akhil. Sonali, used to wait excitedly for his messages or call to come, but they had become less and less frequent. Maybe he was getting busy in his life. But in my dreams, I was going to be his wife someday. And I waited for his calls. The happy moment came in my life when Akhil informed me that he was coming to Delhi to attend a college festival. I was going to sing in that festival too. I was representing my college as a lead singer. Meeting Akhil, "Hello, Sonali." It was the voice of Akhil from the other end of the phone. I immediately found a private place in my hostel to talk to him. I didn't want anyone else to know about me talking as Sonali. "Akhil, I had been waiting for your call for so long. Have you arrived to Delhi yet?" I asked him like a concerned wife or a girlfriend. Yes, I reached here last night," he replied. "And you are informing me now? Do you have any idea how anxious I was? You don't even call me these days. Do you have a new girlfriend that I don't know of?" I expressed my anger and concerns. Don't say like this, Sonali. Listen, I wanna meet you. Why don't you come to my hotel tomorrow at 4 p.m? I will leave keys to my room at the reception. You can come and get ready here. I will come to the room by 4:30 and we will talk. I know it will be difficult for you to dress up in the hostel. Listen, my friends are waiting for me now. I will see you tomorrow, he said. Alright my love. Take care and eat lunch before it is too late. Bye. I showered my love as a woman on him. You have no idea how happy I was just thinking about seeing Akhil. I know I am a very strange person. Though I was forced to become a girl, but now I was excited to become a girl myself. I went to my hostel room and took out a new sari. I was careful that no one else sees me with that. I had forced Shikha Didi to buy this sari for me when I had went to shopping with her for college. I knew that Akhil would like this design on me very much. I was just waiting for the moment when I would get to be in his room and dress up, and get into the warm embrace of my loving boyfriend. But the time appears to go slow when you are really waiting for it to arrive. But that moment came at last. I was already in Akhil's room. I was going to wear lipstick and makeup after a long time. It was not possible in my hostel. I quickly draped myself in the sari that I brought with me, and began to admire myself in the mirror. To tell you the truth, I was so happy looking at myself. I felt that if all the boys were taught to wear a sari, they all would have agreed that a sari is a million times better than wearing a shirt, pant. Though a sari is really a long piece of cloth, but the freedom I would experience in it, I would never feel that in anything else. Knock, knock. It was 4:40 p.m. That must be Akhil. I rushed to open the door. And there he was, my Prince Charming. He had grown his beard, but he still was a hero of my dreams. I pulled him inside instantly and hugged him tightly. I was wearing a beautiful sari for my Akhil. And that's when I heard the knock on the door. I ran towards it to see my boyfriend. "Why did you make me wait so much?" I asked him as I put my face close to his heart on his chest. "Sonali, I had to get rid of my friends. I don't want anyone to see us together," he said. "Why? Why can't I meet your friends?" "If not today, I am going to meet them someday anyway. After all, we will get married someday and they all will come to see me," I teased him. But there was a silence on his face. He looked a little uncomfortable. To make my love feel better, I said to him, "Okay. Let's forget about them. You did the right thing. I needed this private time with you anyway. We are seeing each other after such a long time, and you haven't yet said anything good about my sari. I purchased this only because I knew you would love this kind of design on me," I said to him. "You are always a beautiful angel, Sonali. But today, you are looking a lot more gorgeous," he said. "Dear, you don't have to butter me up. I am ready for the thing you desire. Do you understand what I mean?" I hinted him with my eyes. And then I pulled his shirt collar to bring him closer to me. My breasts squeezed against his chest. And with a tease in my eyes, I began to unbutton his shirt. "But Sonali," shush, "no but today." And then I touched his open chest with my soft hands and kissed his lips. And he took me in his arms and began to kiss me back. Honestly, it was not like I was desperate to have romance with Akhil. But my female friends in school like Niyati and other girls had taught me this. They used to tell me that we need to satisfy the needs of our boyfriends. That's what a good girlfriend does. They make their boyfriends happy. Like those girls, I had begun to believe that too. But in the end, it was me who would feel the happiness. With that passionate kiss, I had gotten Akhil excited. I could feel his erection below my navel over my sari. And then, I slid my hand slowly to touch him there and began to unzip his pants. Akhil was losing his control. I knew that he wanted this, as we hadn't done this for a long time. "No, Sonali." Suddenly Akhil moved away from me. But I had become an expert in attracting him with my gestures. "Don't tease me, my love. I know that you want to make love to me. But I promise that it is me who will make you happy today. So, get ready," I said and dropped my sari pallu. I bent down to reach out towards Akhil's lower body. "Wait, Sonali. Please, I want to say something to you." Akhil was serious. What was it that made him stop me in this situation? This had never happened before. But what he told me broke my heart. Akhil had fallen in love with some girl named Snigdha in his college in Chandigarh. And he had spent all his time in Delhi with her. His words felt like a dagger piercing into my chest. I felt so heartbroken. I began to cry and asked him to leave the room. I changed my clothes with a heavy heart, and was ready to get back to my hostel. "Sonali, I used to really love you. But you are Snigdha is a, he stopped. Snigdha is a, what, Akhil? That she is a complete woman, and I am not. I left that place sobbing. That was the first time I felt so incomplete. What a mess my life had become. I was neither a complete man and nor a complete woman. I had a good life as a young boy, but my own mother had destroyed it. Which man or woman on this planet would love me now? In a few minutes of meeting Akhil, my dreams were shattered. Akhil had changed a lot. With broken heart, I sang for the college festival representing my college team. Maybe it was the pain in my voice that got our team the first prize. Akhil was there too when I sang, and of course, Snigdha was with him too. A girl wearing a short skirt above knees, and had short hair above shoulders. I wonder what did Akhil saw in her. I was more beautiful than her any day. The pain and jealousy in my heart increased my suffering. Happiness. I still feel a pain in my heart when I think about that day when my heart was broken. I don't want to think of it anymore. No matter what, the pain of losing the first love is the highest, and it takes several months and years to get over it. After a few days, there were going to be my first year exams. I could not concentrate on my studies. So I decided to visit Shikha Didi for 2 days. Maybe it will mend my broken heart. I thought. I have been living as a boy now, and that's how I reached Shikha's home. She was happy to see me, but my sadness was not hidden from her. She didn't know the reason behind my sadness. She was worried that I am sad living the life of a boy now. She came to me that evening and with an angelic smile on her face, she said to me, Sonu, your Jiju was saying that he wants to take his sister-in-law for shopping. You tell me, does Sonali want anything? After what had happened with Akhil, the feeling of being an incomplete woman had not left me yet. Didi, Sonali is dead now, I said. Shikha Didi couldn't understand if she should be happy or sad listening to these words. On one hand, she was glad that her brother was now back, but deep down, she realized that one aspect of my personality was dying down. Still, Didi and Jiju kept me happy for those 2 days at home. Now, I was back to my college and one day, I decided to go to the library to study. Because those were the exam days, it was really crowded. There were not enough chairs to sit. I found one table with an empty chair. A girl was sitting on the opposite side. She seemed familiar. If you don't mind, may I sit here? I asked that girl. Oh my God, Sunil. Of course, you can sit here. That girl responded with so much excitement. Sunil was my official name in the college. How do you know me? I asked her a little perplexed. You must be kidding me, right? Who doesn't know you? Rock star singer Sunil. One and only Sunil who brought us the first prize in singing competition. I am a big fan of yours. Maybe you don't know me. I am a student from your batch. In fact, I am in your class too. My roll number is only a few numbers ahead of you, she said. I merely smiled back. Shefali, she told me her name and brought forward her hand to shake. Nice to meet you, Shefali, I replied with a fake smile. I had many female friends during my school years, but not a single one in my college. And I saw a nice friend in Shefali. I could not tell her the truth about Sonali, but with time, our friendship began to grow stronger. I loved talking with her. I came to know from her that she doesn't have parents, and she was raised by her uncle and auntie. But their behavior towards her was not good. That's why she would never go back to home. Being in a similar situation, our bond grew stronger. My heart still ached for Akhil, and I wanted to know from Shefali how do girls deal with such situations. But Shefali had never been in love with anyone. She was a very simple girl. According to her, she was Behenji type, too simple, and no one ever found her attractive. But I knew that she was extremely beautiful, all she needed were better clothes. So, I took her to shopping one day. I was confident about my taste in female clothes. And the results were great too. She looked really gorgeous in her new clothes. Overnight, she began to be counted among the hottest girls in the college. And still, no boy approached her. Why? Because she used to be with a rock star of the college, i.e. me. Boys used to feel that they don't stand a chance in front of me. The whole college believed that we were a couple. But we had never expressed anything like this to each other. I used to have some feelings for her in my heart, but I used to suppress those. In my mind, I had my first love as Sonali. So I felt that it would be wrong to love a girl as Sonu or Sunil. I felt that maybe there is something wrong in that. My brain used to tell me that I am a girl, and I should fall in love only with a guy and not a girl. How the 4 years of college passed with Sonali, I didn't even realize. And soon the day came closer when we would be awarded our degrees in a convocation program. There was no one from Shefali's family who was coming for this program. From my family, Shikha Didi and Vinay Jiju were coming. I hadn't invited my mother. My other sister Madhu had recently started her job, so she could not come. Shefali had decided to wear a traditional sari for the special day. She had gone to shop for a sari with me as usual. She trusted my taste. And on the day of the program, I reached that house where she lived as a paying guest. Poor Shefali, she was crying holding her sari in her hands. I asked her, "What happened, Shefali?" "Sonu, I don't know how to wear a sari. I wish my mom was alive today to help me with this. What will I do now? I will have to wear a salwar suit," she said. I smiled listening to her. Why do you worry so much? We are living in a world where we can learn everything on YouTube videos. Let me check out a video and I will help you, I said. I didn't want her to know that I know how to wear sari. It would have raised many questions in her mind which I was not ready to answer. It was completely natural for her, being a girl, to feel shy in front of a boy to change her clothes, but we had become very good friends. After a little hesitation, she removed her top and came out in a bra. I slipped the arms of her sari blouse slowly, and began to hook her blouse from the front. My hands gently brushed against her really soft breasts. I could feel something happening inside my body. I was experiencing what it means to get excited as a man for the first time. I controlled whatever was happening inside me, because it was the time to help Shefali. I excused myself to watch a YouTube video which I didn't really need to. Then I wrapped her sari around her body, and began to make pleats to tuck below her navel. With each step progressing towards wearing a sari, a smile on her face began to widen. And she was ready in minutes. She was really happy. She could not believe that she was wearing a sari with so much perfection. And that too with my help, a guy's help. That was a happy day. The degree awarding program went great, and after that, Shefali came up to me. She whispered in my ears, "Sunil, I think I love you." And she immediately left. She left, but she gave me another reason to be happy that day. With time, Shefali and I had come closer to each other. Shikha Didi noticed us talking from a distance. She knew that the love was blossoming between Shefali and me. She teased me a lot that day talking about Shefali. She was truly happy that her brother is now finally over the shadows of our dark past, and was ready to live his life. She felt that Sonali has finally left us forever. But Sonali was never gone. She kept hiding within me. When I was helping Shefali wearing her sari, Sonali inside me wanted to do the same. She wanted me to wear a sari for the degree award program. But seeing the happiness of Shefali, Sunil was too happy that Sonali's wish had to die. And, with time, every desire of Sonali was curbed inside. Because it was time for Sunil to live. After college, Shefali and I began to start working for the same company in Gurgaon. I was now her boyfriend, and we had plans of marrying. We were living a happy life. But when will our wedding take place? That was not fixed yet. There were no problems from Shefali's side, because she didn't want to invite anyone from her family. But for me, my mother Geeta was a problem who had refused to acknowledge that I am her son, and not a daughter. I haven't even spoken to her all these years. But that woman had the potential to destroy my life. Even if I don't invite her to my wedding, she could come and say things to Shefali which will destroy our relationship forever. That's why I didn't want Shefali to know about Sonali from anyone else but me. I wanted to tell her the truth. But how would she react? One day, I decided to share my problem with Shikha Didi. She said that I should leave everything on her. She would talk to Shefali. But she would like to solve the matter with Geeta first. 3 months had passed since I spoke to Shikha Didi about this. And one day, I received a call from her. Sonu, please visit our home for 3 to 4 days. I so long to see my brother, she had said. And that's why I am here today at her home. While coming here, I had no clue that she was going to invite my mother Geeta too. To talk to Geeta, we have to be very careful. We cannot give her any reason to be angry. And that's why I am dressed as Sonali once again after many years at my sister's home in Agra. All night, I had been thinking about my past life and could not sleep. It seems the sun is about to come out soon. I can hear the chirping of birds. From the sounds coming from the kitchen, I am sure that Shikha Didi is already awake as she usually does. I should get up too, I thought. And I got up from the bed and went to the kitchen. I hugged my lovely elder sister from the back. I was really feeling great wearing a nightie. I was thinking that I should find a way to be able to wear nightie in my regular life. When I hugged my sister, I could feel the pure love. She touched my face with her soft hands and said, "So, were you able to sleep at all at night? Or, you stayed awake? Let me make some breakfast for you. And you should get ready after that. Your Jiju must be coming with our mother in the next 2 to 3 hours." Oh dear sister, why do you have to remind me of that woman in the morning? I said to her. She looked at me with a lot of love in her eyes. Didi, will you help me wax my body today? I was thinking that I should look clean and beautiful for my dear brother-in-law, I said. Shikha Didi smiled and got occupied with making breakfast for me. I pulled up a chair next to the dining table to sit, and began to wonder what would happen after meeting Geeta.